So, in my opinion, the American education system is kind of like a fraud. It's the biggest scam there is out there. So if you're in college and you're not too far along, drop. And focus on this.
Get rid of it. Yeah. All right. The control of their own pen, etc. And you guys don't know this, but these guys have a huge part in the backside of that. But to get this thing going, what you guys don't know, to get this thing going, they actually both had to shut down their agencies to make it happen. Okay, because it took that much time, that much focus, that much energy. Okay, so when you have agencies doing freaking 6 figures, each one of these had agencies doing 6 figures, and you have to shut the door on that, fire your customers, get rid of them, hand them off to your friends and bam, so they can handle that. And you come in here and you fucking like go, okay, this is what we're committed to, this is what we're doing, and this is it. I just seen that, like, obviously it's not money that was driving you guys. It's the same thing like Sean. It's like the impact, the passion. And so I know a little bit about your life and what you went through. So step up and tell a little bit about your background with like college and what you went through and like how you have kind of that push and why you're so passionate about, you know, inspiring and helping other people.
Yeah. So
sit up here.
With me, I'd have to say it's like my dad. So shout out to Joel Schmidt. You guys see him in there. He knew like from a young age that I'd basically just get really fixated on something. So like this would be like lead generation. But at first, like I was obsessed with just like security and everything like that. So, you know, I was told, grow up, get good grades, go to college. I went to college. Oh, get your degree, you're going to get a job. That's not true. Everybody should know by now, like in BAM, the only real security you can find isn't in a 9-to-5, it's in yourself, it's in the skills that you have. So once my dad kind of just opened my eyes to that, and I just learned how, you know, like I learned about financial struggles. Like everybody thinks if you have a 9-to-5 making 60 to 100 grand a year, that's going to be comfortable for you. But the truth is, lots of people make 100 grand at a 9-to-5, and they're barely holding their heads above water. And as I grew up, as I matured, you know, I saw like the ramifications, like in my family, it wasn't the best. So I made a conscious decision, basically while I was in college, after I met Josh out in an event, I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. Like I got to bet on myself. We all have to bet on ourselves. And then like the importance of just surrounding yourself with good people. When I was younger, I tried to be an athlete as best as I could, but it just wasn't in the cards for me. I'm a little short. But my brother is really good. He plays college basketball, and he had really great coaches. I never had that. I never had that chance. But once I met Josh out in Vegas last year, I knew I wasn't going to let that go. So like I did everything I could to surround myself with him and everybody else in this group. And that's something you guys all have to do. Like you have to show up to these events. You have to make yourself available. You have to pay things forward a little bit. And yeah, like you could be hit with some opportunities down the road. Like after you build up your agency a little bit, you might get hit across the head with like this big opportunity, and you have to take another bet on yourself. And that's exactly what I did. And that's what I'm doing right now. And I don't regret it at all. It was a little bit scary. Like with this opportunity, like he hit me up about it, like in my college dorm.
So first, let's go back to college. How much did you pay for college?
Too much.
How much?
I got like 100 grand in debt.
Got 100 grand in debt.
Yeah, so I was a computer science major. I started out with pharmacy. Like I could probably do the job. I know I could do the job. But actually getting through all that chemistry and all that science out of college, they don't know how to teach. He knows how to teach. Like teaching, like my dad told me this. He said, like teachers, or like mainly with college professors, those who can't do, teach. And that's like that's like college in a nutshell. Every time I'd go to my college professors, I'd ask them a question, and I'd be like, hey, so, I'm working on this code, how do I do it? And they're just like, well, actually, I don't really know. So, and this is something like, if there's any of you guys, parents out there, I don't know if you guys know this, what colleges are given, what even high school teachers are given, they're given a thumb drive, and they have like all the education like loaded on there. So it's like the teachers are just kind of pulling up the whatever lesson for whatever day. They're not doing any prep. They're not actually like studying what they're going to teach. And they're not practicing what they're teaching either. So, and like in my opinion, the American education system is kind of like a fraud. It's the biggest scam there is out there. Like, so if you're in college and you're not too far along, drop. And focus on this.
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the thing that I noticed with Josiah, and one of his passions, right, is that the kid went and freaking spent $100,000 on an education that couldn't even make him back that in a year, right? And so he's so passionate about making sure that other people don't get sucked into that rat race, and that we can capture people before they get fucking hemmed up, before they get scammed, before they get fucking thrown under the bus by our education system and by these people that only care about money and only care about fucking ripping your heads off, right? And so he's super passionate about that, and was able and willing to invest in himself and say, you know what? Here's my agency. I'm going to give this all away because I don't have time to focus on it. And I'm going to come in, I'm going to put this massive imperfect action to come and impact people, to drive people to the right place, to make sure that they actually get changed, to make sure they actually get control of that pin, to make sure that we continue to grow this group and grow this family. So it was super fucking, super cool to have, like, these are the types of people, once again, that you're going to be meeting out at BAM Jam that will change your fucking heart, change your mind, change your soul. And when you start working around people like this, that they care more about impact than money, it's amazing what you can do in this world. It's amazing.